We'll keep coming back to you for more on this story. Now let's get you a good news, and this good news is coming from the line of actual control. Now sources have told Times Now that sticking to the announced timeline, India and China have completed disengagement in the Depsang and Demchok region. Army sources say that patrolling in the eastern Ladakh region will begin soon, and the modalities will be decided by the ground commanders. Sources also say that 4 years after the exchange which happened in that area, the troops from both the sides will exchange sweets on the occasion of Diwali. Defence Minister, who was in Tezpur, where he celebrated Diwali with troops of Headquarter 4 Corps, in fact said that continuous effort for this consensus has resulted in this. Beijing's envoy has also said that relations between the two countries are at a new starting point, with China ready to work with India. Have a look.
यह सचमुच छोटा डेवलपमेंट नहीं है, एक बल्कि बड़ा डेवलपमेंट है। यह जो म्यूचुअल डायलॉग भी हुई है चाइना के साथ, वह इसलिए हो पाई है क्योंकि आपके शौर्य और पराक्रम का एहसास सभी को हुआ है। हम कंसेंसस के आधार पर शांति बहाली की प्रक्रिया को आगे भी जारी रखना चाहते हैं।
As far as disengagement process is concerned, it includes the dismantling of structures and also restoration of the land on which they stood to their original condition. Now, on October 21st, earlier this month, India had announced that the troops would return to the positions that existed before the standoff between the two countries that began in 2020. Comments in what we are learning. Have a look.
The disengagement process between the India and the China has finally accomplished, and this is the development that came in just a day before the Diwali. Tomorrow, both the countries will exchange Diwali sweets, and this will, cast a significant development all across. We are right now at the Pangong Tso, where my VJ Shafiq and pan you towards these mighty mountains, and this is lying, close to the line of actual control. Pertinent to mention here is that there has been a series of talks that were held, and the disengagement process in the eastern Ladakh, that's the Depsang and the Demchok areas, have completed, and coordinated patrolling by both sides is set to begin soon, with ground commanders continuing regular discussion to maintain stability. Indian Army sources have also confirmed that the both sides will exchange sweets tomorrow, that's on the occasion of the Diwali, and the local military commanders from India and China met today at the line of actual control in Depsang and Demchok to finalize the disengagement efforts that were underway after the bilateral talks between the India and the China. This is the significant development that's being witnessed. Now, right now, where I am standing in the -7 temperature, there's a wind, very strong winds going across. This is the Pangong Tso Lake, where 1/3 is lying with the India and 2/3 with the China. This is spreading over 160 kilometers, and the first standoff of in the year 2020 began with a clash between India and China at this particular Pangong Tso Lake, where the soldiers LAC engaged in fierce fights and at each other. And following that, there was the things that came in the light. That was the first video that was surfaced all across, and after that there were the retaliation that was given all across, and many of the things were going across, be it the Galwan or other things that were witnessed in these 4 years. And finally, the disengagement process has completed. The verification process is underway, and the patrolling from the point 10 to 13 will begin after the thorough inspection of the grounds, and at one time one country can do the patrolling, and this is the thing that has been put in place. Now your Times Now is the only channel from the ground zero who is reporting from this particular spot at that time when the disengagement process has finally been accomplished.
Srinjoy Chaudhary joins us live on the broadcast to give us more perspective on this story. Srinjoy, we're learning that disengagement process is almost complete and the patrolling will begin soon. But most importantly, what we're learning is that both the sides today will be exchanging sweets on Diwali.
Yes, they're exchanging sweets. It's unheard. I mean, it would have been impossible to believe that about 4 years ago when the Galwan clashes took place. But importantly, while disengagement is complete, is what is being said, there was very little. In one way, it was very, what has happened is very important, primarily because the whole thing precedes Galwan. Demchok and Depsang have been, this impasse has been there even before Galwan, before 4 years ago. So the fact that a problem that is much older than Galwan has got solved. But the problem itself was not that big. In a sense, it was just a few tanks and a few men. But it has taken so long, and the fact that it has got done is a very major step. And now, the important thing is de-escalation. Now, de-escalation is important because thousands and thousands of troops, Chinese troops with their tanks and guns, at one time, the Chinese had on the line of actual control 2,000 tanks, are right on the line of actual control, and they have to go back to their original places. And that has to happen. Now that this entire process of engagement is done, de-escalation has to start.
Absolutely. So what we're learning is that the disengagement process has been completed, and this will pave way for the resumption of patrolling, and most importantly, there'll be exchange of sweets between the India and the Chinese side. We'll bring you more on this right